I welcome you guys back into my next video. I understand every single day that if you're really focusing on your nice beautiful intent to grow every single day, we are going to make sure that no matter what's happening today is that we're growing in front of people, and that we're also going to make sure that we have some money in our pockets. And now I understand that what's amazing is just recently I went to Brisbane and I was doing some nice beautiful busking over there. And I understand that many people are jealous of me when I busk, and they hate me. You must understand that they never even want my business card. I look great. You have to understand I'm somebody of high caliber. I'm somebody who's rich, and I understand I look better than them, and I have a better attitude than them, and I have a YouTube channel, and I have an Instagram, I have social media, but they never want that. They never want to succeed, but I'm helping them to succeed every single day, and they never ever want to even drop $1 into my category. Because they believe a chocolate more than me. They believe white sugar more than me. They believe meat more than me. Understand? So focus on understanding that people are arrogant like that, and they rather give money to something else than you. Guess what you do? Make sure you understand that eventually you're going to have to work a 9-to-5 job. Eventually you're going to have to work a 9-to-5 job, but it's only going to be for maybe 2 months or 3 months or 4 months or maybe even 1 month or maybe even 1 year or 2 years. In a sense, so what's going to happen is you're going to go and develop yourself at a 9-to-5 job, but then you're going to be working 24/7. And now when you're working 24/7, what you're really looking to do is you're making sure that no matter what, that you're going to grow yourself in that occasion and with other people and everything. So make sure you understand that you have to have a business card before you even get to a 9-to-5 job. Make sure you understand you have to be giving people your business card. So when you're giving people your business card, make sure you understand that you already have a portfolio on YouTube of videos about you and a nice beautiful Instagram going with you. Because what we're going to do at the 9-to-5 job is that we're going to accumulate all this money, and then eventually we are going to go and set aside some money to be able to go and do some public speaking on the side while funding our nice beautiful public speaking events around the world. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in one area, which is where you live. So for example, with myself, it's Sydney. So I just go on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays is when I do my events all around the world. So every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that I want to go and really dump in all the cash I have from, let's say, my nice beautiful way of saying the nice beautiful public speaking and live coaching. I want to be dumping the money into my events so that I can charge people at the door so I can make more money in the process. Now that's the whole point. Now, if you understand, for example, when you do busking, eventually you must understand that people are going to hate you so much even more when you're even more successful. If you go outdoors and you start doing public speaking in front of people, they hate you. They hate you no matter what. The first time you even step up in front of people, they're going to hate you. And why is that? Because they are unaware. They're unaware. So what you need to do is realize to never be around people who are unaware while you're more successful than them. Because what happens is poor people are criminals and they will fucking kill you. I promise you. Now every single day, focus on understanding that it's much better for you to understand that now from my life. I'm moving away from the busking performances now, and I'm moving away from pumping my music on the street in front of people, because people are looking at me and I'm the spotlight, and they are jealous. They're jealous of me. So they never ever want to be around me. Because guess what? I'm something much better than them anyway. So guess what? What's amazing about life is understanding that if you do busking performances, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn that people are going to hate you. They're going to hate you regardless. But I understand if you're going to a government house today or Centrelink or something where there's social security around your area, or a youth allowance in Australia, guess what? They never work on Saturdays and Sundays. So make sure you're always checking your Apple Watch or your watch, and just make sure you have an Apple Watch, because an Apple Watch is the best kind of watch you can get right now, because it gives you all these functions like exercise and heart breathing and heart rate. It gives you the weather. In a sense, so it gives you the sunset and everything. Guess what? Every single day your Apple Watch can also play beautiful music on it. So guess what? Every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what, that you need to understand every single day to equip people with skills, every single day to grow. And now when you're growing, make sure you understand that sometimes you have to hold your selfie stick and understand either way that we're moving on from life, but we're going to live alone, because I never trust other people. I never trust anybody except the word I. The word I is everything. Now if you understand that eventually you have to go to a 9-to-5 job, you have to accumulate this money, and then you have to go and dump it into your business and into your public speaking business. So if you're a music producer or a singer or an actor or wherever you are, I mean, as long as you can give a live performance in front of people, I mean, go and book out the room and advertise for people to come there. I mean, and now how do you advertise for people to come to your events? I mean, now the club is going to advertise you on their Facebook and also on their profiles and websites. I mean, in a sense, so what's going to happen is at that time, I mean, people are going to show up. I mean, and guess what? I mean, if nobody shows up, I mean, that's why you're more successful. I mean, that's why you're more successful. So realize that the more money you dump into yourself and the more money you give yourself, the better for you. Approach now, if you understand that if you dump in $500 for 8 hours to book a room so you can help teach people, but charge them at least $50 at the door, I mean, you make your money. You make your money back on the first 10 sales tickets, and then from that point, everything is yours. I mean, but guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that anything you make from that point is 60% tax. I mean, because it's a self-employment. So you only make 40% of each ticket. So after that point of 10 sales tickets, I make $4 per person. I mean, if I charge people at $500. I mean, if I charge people, I mean, if the door's, let's say $500 and the room is $500 for 8 hours, I charge people $50. But then after 10 ticket sales, I make sure I make my money back. I mean, and then I make $4 from that point. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that what's important is make your money's worth. I mean, make sure that on the day, it's worth it for you to come. I mean, make sure you understand that if 200 people rock up and you make 4 times 200 and you make 800 on the day, I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that we have to lift people regardless, and we have to be making sure that no matter what, that we're going to make it affordable for everybody so that we can make more money in the process. That's the whole point. I promise you, although that the government today is trying to tax you, and the government today is trying to do something with you so that you lose. I mean, so what you need to do is you need to win. And now, if you want to win, I mean, you have to understand that the only way to win much more is have more free time in the life. I mean, have more free time in life, but then understand eventually that if you want a family with yourself and also a kid, I mean, eventually you need some more money. So you have to understand that nobody, in terms of a woman or a man, is going to go for you if you have no money. I mean, in a sense, so realize that what's amazing is realize that every single day you must be more successful. So we have to focus upon understanding that we have to go and lead people in a different way. So for myself, I understand that no millionaire and no billionaire in my life is going to come and give me money for me to be successful. I mean, none of them are going to give me money, because I understand that what's amazing is I never need their money in the first place. I never need them. I understand I have Jesus Christ already, so I'm making sure I'm always growing. But I understand that my YouTube accounts and everything I'm doing today is attracting I. And now the word I is everything for me. But I understand that's how I really go and do my business. And now, since I'm doing my business like this, I understand many people are unaware about reading about me. And even though I understand I get around 900 views per week, I promise you that they're never following me. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I just go and realize something. I realize to just keep going with my information, because my information is a commodity that actually grows. And now when I grow every single day, I'm doing my business on the side. I'm making sure every single day I have something to do. I'm leaving a legacy behind with Danny Milivojevic. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I'm going to focus upon something greater, because I believe in a better world. I mean, in a sense, so when I believe in a better world, I understand that my world is getting better. I mean, do you understand? So what's amazing about my life now is I understand that I can travel for free around Australia because I'm using the government's money. And I understand either way that my life is successful. I mean, my life is successful in health and success. I am much better than yesterday. I'm somebody much more than all the time. I mean, so I'm always making sure that no matter what, that now I never have to do busking and I never have to pump my music on the street because it gets loud. And now if you're loud around people, in terms of sound, they get jealous about you, and it's because you're just much more successful. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to do is realize that if you're much more silent around people, I mean, they are much more silent with you, and that's it. I mean, in a sense, nobody goes and kills you where the silence is. I mean, so if you're just loud, if you're so loud in life, make sure you understand that you must go and really grow yourself in a way to go much more silent with the outside world and go inward and try to understand that you have to travel inward. So what's amazing about life is understanding that if you have free accommodation somewhere, go there and live there while you're accumulating all this money. And then what you do is be alone. Never ever give other people your time, because other people want to waste your time. Do you understand? Because they have no legacy. They have no great legacy to give. They have nothing of life itself. They have no persona online. So they're just random people who have no public profiles on Instagram, and they're never even doing Instagram, man. They're never even doing social media anymore. I mean, it's the internet age today. I mean, you must be doing social media. I mean, what am I doing on social media? I'm making sure I'm producing as much videos as possible. I'm making sure I'm successful. I'm making sure every single day I'm living alone. I never ever want a girlfriend for the next 12 years, man. I mean, I never want a girlfriend for the next 12 years because I understand that I want to get myself financially successful first. I mean, and I'm already financially successful. So all I'm doing is I'm moving ahead of the game. I'm making sure I get into a 9-to-5 job because it's never a 9-to-5 job to me anymore. I mean, what it is to me is a 24/7 job. I'm working 24/7 because I have something to do on the side. Just like Jim Rohn, for example. And now Jim Rohn was eventually working part-time in his 9-to-5 job and part-time also in his side hustle. And then he was working full-time in a 9-to-5 job and then working full-time in his beautiful job, which is public speaking and personal development. I mean, guess what? I mean, now I'm doing the same thing. I'm working full-time and I'm making the money. I mean, I'm getting the money and I'm saving it to dump it back into my business to grow. And I'm making events with it. I mean, that's all I'm doing with my money now. I mean, in a sense, I can public speak in front of people and then I can make events in front of people. And now because I can make events in front of people, I now can put money into advertising so that people can come watch me at least. And now I make my nice, beautiful headlines and I make the events, I book the room, I advertise the people. I mean, the people come and guess what? I mean, I'm the head show. I'm somebody much more successful than all of them. I'm public speaking in front of a crowd and they are yet to do it. I love it. I mean, so what I do is I make money on the door. And now, if you never ever make money on the door, I mean, never ever give money for that anymore. I mean, so if you give $500 and you make $250 back, I mean, never go to that area anymore. So what I'm doing now is understand that if an area of something where, let's say something never works in terms of money profit, I never go there again. I go to book my event somewhere else. I mean, in the sense of what I do every single day is I focus upon making sure that I can have more enough money to succeed much more, but I never rely on other people to give me money. I make sure I just go get my money. I mean, how do I get my money? I make sure that I go get the real estate. I go get the money. I get the 9-to-5 job. I get the events. I book my own events. I make my own money. I make it. Understand? And the way you make it is live events. I mean, make live events in front of people and then dump all the money into real estate. And then the money that you have from real estate is yours because you made that. But if you give your money, for example, to somebody who's in the stock market and like Grant Cardone, for example, with his capital fund, I mean, he's going to give you a certain amount of money every single week. I mean, it's like an allowance, man. I mean, never ever be on that shit. I mean, what you do is understand that what's amazing is if you go on the Grant Cardone allowance, I mean, you must understand that for every single $1 million you give him, I mean, he'll give you $5 million back. I mean, he'll give it to you over time. I mean, so what you do is realize that you can make much more money than giving him money. I mean, make sure you understand that you have to go and make your own money. I mean, in a sense of what you do is realize every single day that yes, it's a nice idea to be able to make 5x your money if you give somebody $1. I mean, you give them $1, but guess what? I mean, they'll give you $5. But it's over time. I mean, it's over a certain period of time, so it's really slow. So if you give them $1 million, I mean, I realize they're going to give you $600 a week. Understand? So what you do is by the time you make your $1 million back, I mean, it's already 10 years. I mean, it's already 13 years in the making. I mean, you're just getting your money back for the first 13 years. I mean, in a sense, so guess what? I mean, what can you do for $1 million right now? I mean, go book events with it, and then you make even more money than he's trying to give you. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm loving life all the time. So either way, the $1 million is where you put it into events now, and then you make $10 million in 2 years, over $5 million over 76 years. I mean, so there's a big difference. I make sure every single day you understand that no matter what, that if you're going and doing an Uber drive around Brisbane, I mean, make sure you go to the Brisbane Nomads or anywhere where there's no traffic lights, and then understand that if it looks like a taxi stand somewhere, I mean, that's a perfect place for you to get an Uber. I mean, so you can get a taxi there as well. Now, there's another form of Didi. In terms of Didi is a nice, beautiful transport vehicle now where you can go and grab a Didi for yourself, but you must be ahead of technology. I mean, you must be ahead of information, and you must understand that most people are splitting up. So anybody from the crowd that you grew up with is going their own separate ways, I promise you. So what you need to do every single day is realize that you are on your own. I mean, you're on your own, and even though it feels like you may have some friends behind you, or you may feel like you have friends around you who are going to help you, I promise you, are they helping their careers? I mean, are they helping their legacy, really? I mean, are they helping their legacy grow like a star? I promise you now, I'm helping my legacy grow like a star. So look at what I'm doing, and are they doing that? Because if they're not, I promise you, if they're never doing what I'm doing online, promise you, then get away from them. I mean, because they never have successful intent. So what you need to do is every single day is focus on understanding that now, since I can work a 9-to-5 job, I understand that it's never ever about the 9-to-5 job. It's more about 24/7 work. I have something to do after a 9-to-5 job. Guess what? If you're working Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday, guess what? Work Monday to Friday. Work minimal hours. Work at least 30 hours to 40 hours a week. Understand? Because that is something that's going to make you more money. You have to understand that. You have to understand that now it's much more about making more money and then putting it into your events. That's it. So if you understand that, you may be working for the first 3 years. So either way, you're going to accumulate money, and then eventually we're going to get away from a 9-to-5 job, because a 9-to-5 job is unstable. The 9-to-5 job is an unstable business. So what you need to do is realize every single day to focus upon understanding on how to give your money much more to make events around the world. So if you understand that for the next 50 years and 74 years and more, I can go around just making these events while working a 9-to-5 job. So I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that I can get up in front of people and just public speak for a bit. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to eventually try to understand how to make money with those people, and I'm going to actually charge them. I'm going to make sure that no matter what, that I'm going to make my money's worth every single time. I'm going to test it out. I may throw in $50,000. I may lose it. I may lose $50,000, but guess what? At least I get the experience of how to make more money now. So what you do is, if you lose $50,000, you learn from it. You learn from what's happening, and then eventually you give $50,000, but you make 100,000. You already made your money back. So guess what? That's the whole point. So sometimes with money, where you're giving it, or else where you're giving your money, in terms of where you're giving it, in terms of money, make sure you understand that no matter what, that eventually we're going to learn how to make that money come true for us in a way that we're going to make a profit, because we need to make profits. We never need money back, man. We need to make sure we're making profits, because people today are screwing it over, because they rather give chocolate money, or else they rather go to the bar and put all their money into alcohol and drugs, and they rather put money into transport than give you money for information. So guess what? The scammers and cheats, the thieves and murderers, and I'd rather stay away from them. But guess what? Every single day, you must understand that since money is something in this life, you must understand that we need to go and make it, and we have to make much more money. But money to me is really communicational skills, and it's much more about legacy than it is the money. So focus on understanding that no woman today in 2021 is going to go for you because of anything other than how much money you have. So I realize the woman in 2021 only ever go for you because of the money you have. They never care about your heart. They never care about your skin color. They never care about anything other than the money, in terms of plastic money. That's all they care about. Nothing else, I promise you. So I'm very successful. I'm better than yesterday. I'm looking greater than ever. And no woman wants me because I'm better than yesterday. So I focus on understanding that if that's the case all my life, I never want a kid in this life. I never ever want a woman in this lifetime. I promise you. So what I do is I just go and do my life. I just make sure I'm growing. I'm just making sure every single day I'm focusing on the greater life, because I understand that this life is stupid for me. I promise you. I promise you, every single day I focus upon understanding that I have a better life than this. I'm making sure no matter what, I'm going to grow. I'm going to make sure I'm always going to lift people. And then that way I understand I always have a part-time business, which is my full-time business, and I'm always doing my videos online. So make sure you understand that eventually you have to go and make the money regardless in a 9-to-5 job, because that's the kind of system it is. In a sense, so the government handouts is never going to help you, really. I promise you. Now, you must understand it's going to help you to a certain extent. And then make sure you understand that no matter what, that if somebody's smoking around you, or if somebody's going around smoking around you, go to a better place and make sure you can breathe for yourself. So what's important every single day is focusing on understanding that no matter what, that we're going to grow ourselves. I understand all that what's important is sometimes you have to go and really, let's say, walk 10 meters just to see if somebody's smoking around the area, because I did recently just smell cigarettes. So I stay away from cigarette smokers, I stay away from drug addicts. So anybody who never ever has my habits or my persona in a way that they're communicating greatness, I promise you I stay away from them, because they were just a waste of time. All they want to do is bludge around, indulge around. They just want to dull bludge around, and they want to do nothing about life. And I understand either way, I just get away from those people right away, and I never ever give them money. I never give them money other than my business card. Because they never deserve it other than my business card. So my business card is something that is personal development, and I stay away from all the people on the planet now, because I understand they're all junkies and drug addicts, and the people who have people in terms of women are going for them, and I stay away from those women too, because they're just full of lies and cheats. I promise you all that I'm so happy about this world and how they divorce and how people are very unhappy. I'm very happy that people are unhappy today because I understand every single day that I'm happier. I understand, so that's the whole point. I promise you now, I have 34 subscribers right now on YouTube, and the whole point is I have over 700 hours of video content right now. So I focus upon understanding to just lift my voice and lift who I am today, because followers and people who follow me are never going to help my life succeed today, because that rate of return in terms of how many in terms of how many people are following me today is never something that's really, let's say, important for me. Whereas what's important for me is that I go and do my work, and that every single day I focus upon a greater life for myself, because that's what I continue to do every single day. I'm much better than a 9-to-5 job. I'm much better long term with my life because I understand how to make money. I understand how to speak in front of a camera. I understand how to public speak in front of people. I understand how to do music production. So I'm just increasing my skills right now to understand that either way, that what's important for me is making sure that I understand that I have to make events eventually, and I have to go and make sure I get all the money I need. And it's very easy to do so. I promise you now, if you can just go and be in the 9-to-5 job from a certain period of time where you can go and make that money quickly, I promise you now, eventually you're going to go away from the 9-to-5 job, and then after the 9-to-5 job, right away, go somewhere and do a life coaching video. Or make sure you understand to go and do some music production. So for example, if you make a mistake with your money, make sure you make it back. How do you make it back? How do you make some money back today? The only way to make money back is do more content and do more videos and do more audio recognition in terms of making sure you show up in audio and video and writing materials, to do some more work like that where you can personally develop yourself. So the only way I can develop myself today is to increase my word I. And now I understand that. I understand that what's important for me is this video is important. It's so important for me to be able to do this because I have to build an information product. And now because I build an information product, I promise you that's my success. I promise you that's my motivational technique to drive you to go and be better for yourself. So I understand that these videos that I do are very important. So what's amazing today is I understand that now, since I have no busking anymore and I have no time to pump my music on the streets anymore, I understand now all I have time for is public speaking and music production indoors. So I'm only charging for that. I'm only charging for my events now. So if you ever want to hear my music around the live events around the world or public speaking events, I do charge people $50,000 to see me. I promise you now, that's how it is, because no matter what, I realize it's $50,000 per hour to see me, and that's it. I promise you now, I never care about anything else. I understand that no matter what, I'll never fly over to you to be with you. I understand, because I understand every single day I need some money first. I promise you now, every single day I focus upon understanding that no matter what, I'm like that. So I focus on understanding that other people are never making life for free, but life is for free for me. Life is for free for me because I understand my word I. I realize every single day, focus on understanding that nothing can get to you unless you let it. Understand? So I never let anything get to I. Understand? Make sure you understand, never let anything get to your word I. Now, most people just lie and they go for, they go with drug addicts over you. If you're sober and they go for a drug addict and they believe a drug addict's more attractive, they're lying to you. They're lying and they're cheaters. And guess what? That's what's going to happen to them. They're going to cheat themselves out. They're cheating themselves out. So karma's already a bitch. Understand? So no matter what, you must understand that when people never want more successful people around them, it's because they're cheating themselves out. That's it. Karma's a bitch. That's it. Make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand every single day, I love that those people reject me. Because when they reject me, they turn to a drug addict for help. And I love that. I love that, how that is. Understand? So focus on understanding that no matter what, when I went yesterday to my nice beautiful Brisbane over here, I understand that what's amazing is I went to do a live public speaking event in front of people, and I was doing busking, and I said, hey, it's either a homeless man or public speaker. Come and grab my business card if you want to be a public speaker. I promise you now, they never want to be, they never even want to get my business card, man. So obviously they're going homeless. Every single day, focus on understanding that. Make sure you understand that many people are just going to be jealous of you. So I just want to get away from Brisbane and busking now, because I understand that what's important for me personally is I want to live on. I want to make sure that I never want some criminal, stupid idiot who has less than $1 million coming and boom, and killing me in a subway tunnel of Brisbane or anywhere around life, because I'm doing free events for Jesus Christ. In a sense, every single day, you must understand that no matter what, I understand every single day, I'm doing it for the word I only, because that's everything. Now, if you understand every single day, that I'm going to focus upon a better life, and sometimes you have to hold your selfie stick to be able to go and do your contents, because that's how it is. Now, if you understand to invest in your internet and invest in a mega drive or an online storage where you can put all your content online, and then what you do is make sure you develop yourself and develop yourself and develop yourself, because all I ever do right now is I'm fully developing myself every single day. So all I have to do now is increase my word I. but my I is complete. I mean, I'm complete as in, I'm complete as this version. I'm always complete. I understand, because I understand that what's important now is adding more ideas to the table. So just be able to help people with ideas and be able to plan your life forward is what I mean. So you still have to plan your life forward, because how can the I do anything? I mean, you must understand the I can do everything, but with the I is how I plan. And now with every other word, I have to plan my life to make sure that no matter what, that I'm still using the word I more than every other word, because the I is who I am. I understand that. I understand that every single day, I must also plan my life forward to see exactly what I need to do in every single video. So no matter what, I promise you, there's no millionaire or billionaire that's going to drop out of the sky to help you. I promise you now. I mean, you must understand that no matter what, that they will help you with ideas to become a self-made billionaire and to become a self-made millionaire, but you're going to have to make the money yourself. So over the next 74 years, I have a chance to make $1 million at least. And what's amazing is I've already made it. I've already made all this money in the world, because what all the money in the world is, or as what all the money in the world is to me, is the word I. So I understand no matter what, I realize that everything I have with I right now, so I understand that life wants to hit you. I realize life wants to smash you out, or is that life wants to pin you down and life wants to kick you around and tell you what to do. Or now, guess what? I mean, you must understand that's the kind of world you live in. I understand? I mean, they want to whip you. I mean, they want to put you on the cross and they want to hang you and they want to kill you. I mean, understand? So guess what? I mean, that's the kind of world it is today in 2021. I mean, you must understand, although, that what you need to do is get away from people and go and make some nice, beautiful money and just be an insider and be away from people. I understand, because what you need to do is realize that outsiders are people who are drug addicts and people who never read and people who are never growing. So never be around those people, because I see them straight away and I see they're flaunting some kind of success, but they have no success at all. I mean, they're just wearing what everybody else is doing. I mean, they're doing what everybody else is doing, and you must understand they have no lives. I mean, they have no wisdom to give you. I mean, they have nothing of business service to give you. So what you need to do daily is just go and be much more smart with yourself. But I'm looking much better than 10 years ago. I mean, since 10 years ago, I did start my career in smoking weed and doing drugs. I mean, that was my 10 years ago plan. Unfortunately, although now I'm different. I mean, now it's more of a billionaire lifestyle. Unfortunately, every single day, I understand that what's important is I never need to travel this world anywhere unless I have much more, and that's it. Unfortunately, if you understand how to go and develop yourself and develop people around the world, unfortunately, then you deserve it. Unfortunately, then you deserve everything in life. Now, always look to be around yourself only, because you have to coach yourself daily on how to do these videos and how to go and just do your business. I mean, you understand? So when you're doing a business and you're doing something along the way where you're going to help people to be successful, that's the whole point. And now, if you can just live with some money in your pocket and you can do videos online and you can be a public speaker around the world and you can do some music production and singing and acting and anything you ever want, now, guess what? I mean, you're successful, but guess what? I mean, you have to understand how to cruise along. I mean, you must understand that no matter what, that nothing is going to drop out of the sky for you, because guess what? I mean, it already is happening for you. I realize everything is happening for you now. I mean, Jesus already done the work for you. I mean, Jesus Christ has already done the work for you. I mean, you understand? So what is the work of Jesus Christ? I mean, information is Jesus Christ's work. I mean, Jesus Christ has done the information of this world. I mean, that's everything. I mean, you understand that? I mean, all the information of this world came from the Bible. I mean, that's it. I mean, the work is done for you. I mean, the work is happening for you all the time. So what you need to understand every single day is the single road, like Jesus Christ is the best road, and being alone. And now, if you're being alone today, and if you understand how to be alone, I'm much more peaceful doing this video like this than having to be around people public speaking outdoors for free. I never ever public speak for free anymore. I understand I charge people to see me doing it, because I'm something much more. I understand every single day. I never ever understand anything other than the word I, and then understand how to grow myself. I understand that what's important is eventually never do your work for free, but do your work behind the scenes for free online. I mean, do your work online for free, and that's how you understand that in real life. I mean, give your business card out for free, because most people cannot even afford 20 bucks to give you for a business card. Understand? So never ever try to sell them on 20 bucks, man. I mean, come on. I mean, give them for free. I mean, guess what? I mean, you're never going to make $1 million trying to sell your business card for 20 bucks each. Understand? So what you need to do is realize you give your business cards for free and go and make events. And now make events, and that's the only way you can make money today. I mean, that's it. I mean, you must understand that. I mean, free events, free events is more personal development and experience. So if you understand busking performances, I went busking performances for over 170 hours. And guess what? I understand that with that, I'm learning from the crowd. I'm learning their reactions. I'm learning who they are. I'm learning about who they are. And I'm learning certain amount, but then I know the word I, but I understand either way that these people are never trying to give you money. I mean, they're giving a homeless man money, but they never want to give a rich man money. I mean, in a sense, so guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that a rich man deserves your money even more. I understand? I promise you now, it's much better to give, it's much better to understand that. Make sure you understand that everybody deserves your money. I mean, everybody's equal. I understand, but what's important is understanding that if you're homeless today and you never pick up a business card from a rich person, it's because you're staying homeless. So guess what? I'm giving money all the way around. So I have all the money in the world. So I want that businessman or I want that homeless man to get some money from somebody. So either way, I'm just rich like that. So focus on understanding that 10 cents is something that I acquire and I have much more than 10 cents. But what is amazing is understanding that no matter what, that if somebody's giving money to somebody else, I realize that's a nice blessing. It's a nice and beautiful thing, but understand this, that people will give people who are homeless people attention much more than you on the street. How is that possible? How is it that a homeless man, or like a homeless man on the street during a busking performance that you're doing is going to get more attention than you are? How is it possible? You must understand that eventually, you must understand that homeless man over there is very silent, but you're very loud. So guess what? You must understand that you are also the one that's going to get the most attention on that day, because either way, you're just the richer individual. So focus on understanding that you just have to lift yourself all the time, but make sure you understand to be helpful toward everybody. Make sure you understand that no matter what, that you're going to go and deliver the best content in the planet because you deserve it. You deserve to understand that if you want to go and be free, you have to make some money in the process, and you have to understand that most women and most men go for just money. They never want to be around other people unless they have money. So what you do is just that. So realize that most people want to be around anybody for free. So guess what? What's amazing is be around people who want to give you money only. So that's the only way you can really live life, because everybody else, in terms of most of the people on the planet, never ever do that. All they do is they go with anybody and they go with people for free. And why is it? That's because everybody else, in terms of 99% of the world, is never making a popular, great legacy. They have no legacy and they're just working on a 9-to-5 job and they just want to live by it. So what you need to do is realize that most people are going to look at you and they're going to say, who are you, man? What do you want? So they're just using you all the time. So if you're walking with them, unfortunately, they have nothing to give you. So every single day I'm focusing on understanding that most of the people on the planet are never rich. So rich people are the only ones who only ever go around people who give them money, and that's it. Rich people do that, but poor people will go around drug addicts. They'll go around everybody. So every single day focus on understanding that you must be a rich individual over a poor individual. So focus on understanding that a rich individual is a pro and a poor person is a con. So be around the pros over the cons. Make sure you understand that no matter what, if you go and really deliver content every single day and you're doing your business every single day and you're focusing on talking and you're focusing on doing your nice beautiful language skills and whatever you're doing today, make sure you understand you have to go and eat, and you have to make sure that you're vitalizing your body and making sure that you're moving into accommodation somewhere around the area and somewhere where you're working a 9-to-5 job that's closer for you, that's also away from other people, and never live with other people anymore. Make sure you understand that you have to go and live alone somewhere. Never even live with your biological parents. Go and live alone in some nice beautiful city or somewhere around the world. Live in one bedroom. So in a nice beautiful Sydney, Australia, in Chinatown, you have the Q Space Hotel. So what is a nice beautiful place is it's a time capsule. So a time capsule is just one room that's just a room. It's just a bed in a capsule. So you open the capsule and you sit in the room. Guess what? That's a nice beautiful way for you to live life. Because it's just you. Who cares about everybody else? You have so much privacy, but you also have next door neighbors, for example. But they never ever try to open your door and try to see who's inside. So what you do is realize no matter what, that you must go and develop yourself to be alone much more than other people, so that you can focus on understanding on how that life is, because you're going to make a life for yourself. So every single day, understand that what's important is focusing on understanding that you have to grow your communicational skills in front of people and also without people. You must be with yourself the most. You must understand that you are people, but you are something much better than people. You must understand that. Every single day I'm focusing on understanding I'm just the word I. I'm making sure every single day I'm delivering that content that you need. I make sure every single day that no matter what, I'm going to grow myself, because that's how I succeed. Now, nobody else is much more impressive than I am today, because I understand that what's important is growth. Now, if you grow every single day, focus on understanding that other people are never going to be impressive about you. I mean, they're never going to, let's say, try to give you anything. So what you need to do is realize every single day to never expect other people to be anything about you. I mean, so what you need to do is realize that other people never care about you. I mean, I care about you. I care about giving you knowledge more than them. I mean, in a sense, so I'm always doing much more work, and I'm making sure every single day I'm doing it for the word I understand that what's important is make sure that if you have to go somewhere, and before you go somewhere, and before you go to a 9-to-5 job, I mean, eat some breakfast and bring some breakfast along with you. So bring it in a nice, beautiful, let's say, plastic bag with you or something like that, and go to the 9-to-5 job with all that you have. So focus on understanding that I have to go and do my nice, beautiful music, and I have to go and do my nice, beautiful life coaching videos everywhere. I have to go bring some nice, beautiful portable speakers in terms of my portable chargers, and I have to make sure either way that I'm doing my work everywhere along the go. But I want to be away. I want to be away from the cities of Australia, except Sydney. So I want to eventually make my way to Sydney, and I want to work over there in a 9-to-5 job. So every single day I understand that what's important is it's never about the 9-to-5 job. I mean, 9-to-5 job never makes you successful. I mean, do you understand? I mean, what makes you successful is something away from a 9-to-5 job. I understand. So every single day, focus on understanding that I have something to do away from a 9-to-5 job. So that's why I'm very successful. I mean, that's why I'm so good. But those people over there never care about me and what I do, because I understand they never have a life in the first place. So focus on understanding that no matter what, that if you have something to do on the side and you have a nice, beautiful informational product where you can go and give it daily, and then you can actually go and really, really write the chapters of your book and write your life story and write your legacy down. And probably that's the whole point. Probably your legacy in terms of the nice, beautiful 9-to-5 never makes your legacy come true. Now, what helps your legacy come true is understanding to do more communicational work, and that's it. I mean, if you want to be somebody great in music, I mean, you have to make more music. I mean, do you understand that? I mean, you just have to make more music. I mean, how do you get the money? I mean, who cares about the money? I mean, just go and make great music. I mean, if you want to be a great public speaker, I mean, just go and make great public events in terms of go and make more public speaking events around the world and charge people for it. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you understand that approach, then you can make even more events around public speaking, and that's eventually going to pass away as well. I mean, you must understand that public speaking and making live events around the world with music production and public speaking is eventually going to go away, because you're going to reach a certain age and you're going to say, I've done that. I mean, understand? I've done that, I've seen it. I mean, that's never for me anymore. I mean, it's never for I anymore. I understand? So what you do from that point is you're doing something like this, and you're doing live coaching videos, you're doing music on the side, I mean, you're doing music and whatever you're doing in terms of whatever your passions are. I mean, whatever your mega drive is, I mean, make sure you understand you're doing that on the side on your own from this point on. But you have the money anyway. I mean, you have the money, but you're going to do that. Understand? And you're doing it for free now. I mean, you're never even charging people for live events anymore because you have the free money. I mean, you have free money. I mean, you have all the nice, beautiful knowledge of the world. Understand? So what you do is you just go and live your life now. I mean, go and travel. I mean, go and travel if you can. I mean, eventually traveling outdoors is going to pass you by as well. So what do you do? I mean, what do you do from this point? I mean, make sure you understand. It's much more about growing inward now. I mean, it's much more about making sure you're already steady in one area of your life where you're growing, and you just be in that area from that point, and just live your life, and just be making sure that everybody around you has your business card and that you're doing your work, and that's it. I mean, in a sense, so that's all you can do. I mean, in a sense, so focusing on saying that when you pass away from this world, or else when you pass away from this world, eventually people are going to remember you in some kind of way. But they're going to say, what a great man. I mean, what a great woman he was, or she was. I mean, they were just a great man. I mean, so much compassion. I mean, so much compassion here, but they're never coming up to me now to tell me that. I mean, they're never coming up to you now to remember you. I mean, they remember you when you pass away. I mean, in a sense, so they're all full of shit. I mean, in a sense, so it never matters what they say about you once you pass away from this world. I mean, who cares about that? I mean, once you pass away from this world, I mean, there's something better than this world, I promise you. I watch now every single day focus on understanding that I've already done Australia. I've already went everywhere around Australia. I mean, you must understand. So I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I'm always delivering much more. But I understand every single day, I still have to understand to go where I need to go every single day to focus upon a greater life. So every single day, I understand I never want to live with other people, because living with other people is a poor way to live. I mean, go live alone somewhere. I mean, never even live with your biological parents. I mean, live alone. And even if you have just one little time capsule with yourself, I mean, as long as you can afford it, I mean, as long as you can live in that, I mean, guess what? I mean, that's it. I mean, as long as you can get a 9-to-5 job somewhere close by, I mean, guess what? I mean, that's the start. I mean, that's something that you need to do. I mean, you have to understand, you have to move away from the crowd, because the crowd is just full of time wasting. I mean, they're just wasting time. I mean, they're wasting everybody's time because the crowd, I mean, who remembers the crowd? I mean, nobody remembers the crowd. I mean, so I'm somebody who's set apart from the crowd. I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I have a nice, beautiful Instagram going. I'm already famous. I'm already famous because even though they never want to say that, I mean, people never want to tell me that I'm famous already. I'm somebody just apart from the crowd. I have so much more that I've done I've done more than the crowd. I've done more than the crowd in communicational work, so I just keep going with my communicational work, and I have over the next 72 years and more to live life. I'm going to live life to the best of my ability. I mean, in a sense, so I realize that the joke is on you, man. I mean, the joke is on you guys out there who never follow me. I mean, sense, so no matter what, I realize that my subscribers and people who follow me are my true followers, and they're the ones that are going to be successful. But everybody else is fucking screw jobs, man. I mean, they're fucking idiots, man. I mean, since every single day, focus on understanding that if you never follow me, I promise you, then you follow nobody in life. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, every single day, focus on understanding I follow Jesus Christ. I mean, since every single day, focus on understanding that I'm always lifting people. I'm always making sure that no matter what, that my life is going to be something greater. But I never have to go around Serbian people of Australia and Croatian people of Australia or anybody from Australia ever again, because I can be with myself. I can be with my word I never need those women from the past. I grew up around Serbian people. I have nothing against anybody. I said, although I never need to be around the communities. I mean, in a sense, so I am Serbian. I just never need to be around Serbian people because they're all jealous of me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I'm Australian too. I speak English, and all these Australians are jealous of me too. I mean, they're all jealous of me because they say you are communicational. I mean, of course I'm communicational. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day you must understand they're all jealous. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what, I'm going to live my best life every single day. And I'm going to make sure that I'm prosperous. I'm going to make sure that no matter what, that I have it my way. I have it my way or no way at all. I mean, in a sense, so every single day I understand how to get away from a 9-to-5 job. I understand every single day that you can get your money and go overseas and travel overseas. And you can do that for a while. I mean, you can do that for a bit. But guess what? I mean, what's important is what is important to you right now. I mean, if you're living the single life, I mean, go and travel. I mean, go and travel by yourself. I mean, in a sense, so that's how it is. But you're going to be alone. In a sense, so no matter what, I mean, you're going to be alone eventually. Anyway, I mean, in a sense, so what's going to happen is eventually people are going to pass away from your life, and people are going to go away from your life, and you're going to have a new crowd. I mean, it's either you're going to have a new crowd or you're going to be alone and you're going to be with yourself. I mean, what would you rather do? I mean, would you rather be around the same crowd or around a new crowd all your life, or just around you? I mean, I'd rather just be around I'd rather just understand that you be around yourself. I mean, understand, because that way, I mean, who cares about the new crowd? Because the new crowd is eventually coming, because what's going to happen is the same crowd is in one area of life, and I mean, everybody else, in terms of new crowds, are everywhere else. But then, where do you want to go? I mean, do you want to go with everybody else who's spread out around the world? I mean, they're all around the world. I mean, do you have time for everybody else? Of course, no. Of course, you only have time for yourself. So, there's 3 types of ways to live life. I mean, it's either you're living with the same crowd as you're growing up. I mean, those people you grew up with, that's the same crowd. I understand. And then you get away from that same crowd. I mean, get away from them. And then guess what? I mean, you started to travel somewhere, and as you're traveling, you find a new crowd around town. I mean, suddenly you're in Brisbane and Perth and Adelaide and Darwin, but the same crowd is never following you. I mean, suddenly you're in a new crowd, aren't you? So, I mean, do you want to go with that new crowd somewhere, or do you want to go with the same crowd? I'd rather go with the new crowd somewhere. I'd rather go with the new crowd. And then what happens from that point is, you realize, what's the point of being with a new crowd? I just met them, man. I just met them. I mean, the same crowd that I grew up with. I mean, they at least grew up with me. I mean, but guess what? I understand they're very boring, man. I mean, they have no 9-to-5 jobs. I mean, they have no legacy. I mean, they have nothing going for them. So what I do is I leave the crowd. I leave the crowd altogether. I leave the new crowd. I leave the same crowd. Understand? And I just go and live alone. I live alone with myself. I mean, now it's just me. I mean, now it's just I. mean, it's just Ash Ketchum. I mean, do you understand Ash Ketchum? Ash Ketchum goes around the world and he's a Pokemon guru. And he's a Pokemon master. And just goes around the world with a Pokedex and just relax. Understand? I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, everybody's Ash Ketchum. Eventually. I mean, guess what? I mean, you have to go around the world catching Pokemon. I mean, how do I catch Pokemon around the world? I just go around the world doing these nice, beautiful Pokemon videos, man. I understand. I just go around the world doing that. I go everywhere around the world. I do music production. I pump up my music, and I'm much, much better for that. I understand. So I'm focusing on understanding that you have to devote yourself into some talent that you love to do. So focus on understanding that if it's too bright on that side, I mean, never ever look on that side or that side that's very bright for your eyes. Understand? So what you do is realize that I never want you to get blind. I love light. I mean, never look at the sun when it's so bright. Understand? I mean, if you look at the sun all your life like this, I mean, eventually your eyelids are going to burn off. Understand? So then you get blind. I mean, so never stand up in front of the TV so close to the TV like this. I understand, because what happens is then your eyes start to get really, really weak. I understand, because the light is too much for your eyes. So focus on understanding to dim your lights with your technology and to make it orange. I mean, make your screens orange so it never ever is very, let's say, into your eyes. I mean, the bright light in terms of LED lights can damage your eyes. I understand. So focus on understanding that. I mean, understand no matter what you need to do is focus on understanding to never have a TV in the first place. I mean, never have a plasma screen TV. I mean, never have furniture and never have real estate that you own. I mean, understand? I mean, only rent everything. I mean, rent everything, but guess what? I mean, make sure you understand that no matter what, that you stay away from anything that you have today in your real estate house. I mean, throw it away from your life, and then focus upon understanding to have one shoulder bag. And what can you put in a shoulder bag, for example? I mean, you can put a laptop in it, and you can put some cables, and you can put some microphones. I mean, also you can put a nice beautiful portable speaker in terms of a small one, or also you can put some headphones and some earphones, and also you can place nice beautiful portable chargers. Understand? So that's all you're carrying around with you, and some business cards. I mean, guess what? I mean, your grooming kit as well, and understand either way, you're set to go. I mean, get your eye mask as well, because we need an eye mask, or else we need one of those eye masks so that we can sleep when the bright sun may hit our eyes. I mean, guess what? I mean, we're seeing darkness because we're going to sleep. Understand? So no bright light is going to wake me up. I mean, that's it. Approach that every single day. Focus on understanding that what's important is making sure you go live alone somewhere. I mean, be alone and make sure every single day you focus on being richer. So focus on expanding your life. I mean, focus on understanding that the only way to expand your life now is to get more money. I mean, get more money as well. So eventually you need to get more money. So what's going to happen is, I mean, are you happy with living on $800 per fortnight all your life? I mean, $800 per fortnight, I mean, $400 a week from the government. I mean, is that all you want to live on? I mean, is that all you want to ever do? I mean, every single fortnight, every single fortnight you have $400. I mean, is that the kind of individual you want to be? I mean, of course not. So what do? I mean, go to a 9-to-5 job, I mean, make more money. I mean, that's the number one rule. I mean, understand? Because that way, you're at least going to have something to do at the 9-to-5 job, and then you're going to have a side hustle as well, and then you're going to get that 9-to-5 job money, and you're going to put it into events that you're going to make around the world, and then you're going to make more money from that. Or else now you're going to make a certain amount of money from that, and then you're going to dump it into real estate. I mean, understand? I mean, we'll find the real estate. I mean, we'll find a real estate agent to get it. I mean, guess what? I mean, no matter what, we have to get a real estate agent eventually, because what we're going to do is insure our real estate to make sure that it's never going to damage. But either way, we're going to take care of it, and we're going to insure it to make sure either way that we can get our money if something happens to the real estate. So if somebody burns it down, I mean, if you have real estate insurance, I mean, that way you get your money totally because you have insurance on it. I mean, you never done it, so since you never done it, I mean, you get insurance money on it, so no matter what. I mean, as long as you understand that if you burnt your house down, I mean, guess what? I mean, you must understand either way, then you have no insurance because you did it. Understand? So insurance is when other people do it to you. Understand? So every single day, focus on understanding that your real estate, in terms of all the real estate that you're ever going to have in life, must have insurance. Understand? You must have insurance, and understand to insure your car, for example. I mean, insure your car, and be understanding that you never need a car if you can never insure it. Understand? Because if somebody hits your car that you gave $50,000 for, understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, and you have no insurance. I mean, who's going to give you that money? I mean, the car's already towed off, mate. Understand? So what you do is then you have to get another car. Understand? So insurance gives you the money for the damages. Understand? So if somebody hits your car, I mean, you have insurance. I mean, guess what? I mean, somebody's going to give you that money because you're giving insurance money. Understand? So every single day, that's what insurance is. So if you're never able to afford insurance for a car, I mean, never ever get yourself insurance in terms of a car. Understand? I mean, get yourself insurance all the time. I mean, get yourself life insurance. Understand? I mean, understand every single day that you are your life insurance. I mean, make sure you understand that you always have to insure yourself and everything. Understand? So every single day, focus on understanding you must always have insurance. I mean, you must have security around you. I mean, every single day, protect yourself in whatever you have in life. I mean, protect your information. I mean, I have so much information online that I've given. I want to protect it. I want to make sure that I never lose my technology, because if I lose my technology, I never lose my technology. I mean, make sure you never lose your technology, because if somebody grabs your content and deletes it, I mean, then what? I mean, what else do you have? Understand? But guess what? I'm learning from that. I'm learning from everything. Understand? So make sure you understand to never go backwards. We're going forwards, and we're making sure every single day that we're going to do whatever it takes to succeed, because that's what you need to do every single day. I need to be making sure that I'm just making much more content to be able to produce much more and to be able to live life much more, because that's what you need to do every single day. You must make sure every single day that when you're doing your music production, or else it's much better to do your music production indoors than it is outdoors. Why is that? Because indoors, at least, is going to be a nicer effect for you to be able to understand what you're doing. Because when you're doing music production on the go somewhere and you're doing it outdoors, guess what? It's much better for you to understand that you can, but you must understand that it's much better for you to do it indoors, because that way you're just going to sit still in one area and you're going to have food and everything. You're going to have everything nearby. But if you're on the go doing music production outdoors somewhere, firstly, it gets much more difficult to do it. Understand? But now, my life coaching videos, I can do it anywhere. I can do it outdoors, I can do it indoors. I personally come outdoors somewhere to do my life coaching videos now. I never want to do it around other people. I never ever want to do any of my online work around other people with video. Understand? So that is how I do it. But if I have to do it around other people, I then do it. Understand? So either way, I understand that what's amazing is I never want to be around cars. I never want to go around highways and loud places and construction places to do my videos, because I want to be around places that have a nice beautiful setting of a roof, and I want to sit here alone, and I want to go somewhere alone to do it. Understand? So that's the whole point. My business is everywhere. My business is down there at the park too, because I get my life coaching video and I do it there. Understand? My business is everywhere, man. Understand? So every single day you must understand that. You must understand that my business is internet. I must have internet all the time. So what I do now is I went and I'm nicely always understanding much more. So I went and I did remove one of my SIM cards from my nice beautiful phone. So why did I do that? I was that when I remove my SIM card from my phone, I was that nobody who has my number from the past is going to call me. Understand? So that way I remove them from my life. If you want to remove people from your life who have your number, get a new number, is what I'm saying. And then you may have, let's say, certain codes where you did place that phone number with online. So let's say online website, operation, some online website like blockchain or something, or the government Centrelink or something like that asks for your number in terms of what is your number, and you give them that number, but then you remove your number and you get a new one, for example. So what you need to do is go to the bank again and change your number, and go to Centrelink or the government houses and change your number, everywhere again. Understand? So that's what I mean. But keep the SIM card that you have the real number of that nice beautiful bank account, because sometimes banks or something like that may say, hey, I want you to send me that number. They're going to send you a nice beautiful code or something like that, and it's going to go to that number that you did remove from your life. So have that SIM card ready in your nice beautiful shoulder bag or whatever, and then guess what? Put it back into your phone to just make that code and to just verify the phone number, and then they're going to change your number online. Understand? And then take away the phone number and take it out and put it into your shoulder bag again. And then when you need to go and change another number, because what happens is people send you a code to that number. But because other people have your number, I'm sure that you want to remove your number, at least, because other people never need your number. What they need is your social media. Understand? So what you need to understand every single day is focus on understanding that once people are going and really, really delivering a better content for themselves, you must understand every single day to focus on understanding every single day to grow. Of now, when you're growing, you're going to find out every single day, no matter what, that we're going to be much more spiritual, because spiritual people have a better life. And now, if you understand what spirituality is, it's much more of a sober life, and it's a veganism life, and it's a weight loss life. Understand? So weight loss means get healthier. Guess what? Every single day, focus on understanding that if you're doing anything to, let's say, remove some weight from your life, remove a certain amount of weight class from your life so that you can be healthier, is what I'm saying. So I've already done that. I've been already somebody who has done that in terms of life. I went every single day, I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm lifting my life through a process of being much more. So every single day, focus on understanding that what's important is understanding that I have so much results. I overcame schizophrenia. I overcame 47 kilos of weight loss. I did remove 47 kilos from my life. Nobody else cares about that. Those people who are fat over there never care about my business card. They never care about me, man. So when I tell people, I show people the results. They never want to say anything about me and my success. They never want to understand how I done it. They never even want my story, man. They never even ask me about my story. Only one individual online is really, really advertising high right now, because they came up to me and they gave me an interview. So either way, you must understand that most of the people on the planet never care about your story. Understand? So either way, you must understand that what's important is interview yourself and give yourself that success. Understand? because they never ever are going to give you any dividends about anything. I mean, wow, I mean, they may give you a clap at best. I mean, they may give you a clap at best because you have so much success. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's it. I mean, never rely on the stupid clapping of you for your success. I mean, go and give yourself all the claps in the world and fuck them off. Because what you do is never rely on other people to call you successful. I mean, never rely on them to call you successful, because they're going to call you a loser, when they're going to call you an asshole, when they're going to call you a fucking prick, when they're going to call you a dickhead, when they're going to call you a fucking slut. Because they're going to call you that first before they call you successful. I mean, never rely on them to call you successful, because they're liars. I mean, they're cheats. I mean, they'd rather go for a drug addict than you. So that's what I mean. I mean, if you're a drug addict watching me, I mean, understand why you're jealous of me. I mean, you guys are so jealous of me. So focus on understanding that every single day I'm giving you knowledge on how to really, really better your life anyway. So focus on understanding that you guys can never get to me. Although I'm focusing on helping everybody. I make sure every single day, you must understand that what's important is greater growth. And now when you have greater growth, be around people who are going to help you. But every single day, understand the joke is on them, because they believe they are so smart without you. But you have an information product. And now because you have an information product to help people, what's going to happen is you're going to become more successful in your life, and then keep that success for yourself and keep the happiness for yourself if they are running away from you. Because guess what? They're running toward a drug addict if they're running away from you. So they're running off to somebody worse off, because that's what they deserve, and that's it. So anybody who deserves more deserves to give more. And now if people are giving more in this planet, I promise you are eventually going to get away from a 9-to-5 job, and eventually you're going to lift yourself from it. So focus upon understanding that you never rely on a 9-to-5 job all your life. A 9-to-5 job is just like a government handout. What? You want to be on $1,000 a week, man? $1,000 a week? Is that all you want? $100,000 per year? Is that all you ever want? You just want to be a $100,000 man or woman per year? Is that all? Is that it? So what you need to do is focus on understanding that if anybody's smoking around you, make sure you understand that you can just make sure you pause your video and you go somewhere, and just make sure every single day you're focusing on your growth, because that's what I do all the time. I'm making sure all the time I'm doing much better, and then I understand how to grow. I understand every single day I sometimes have to change my nice beautiful scenery, so understand either way that somebody over there just lights up a cigarette in front of me. So what I do is I just move on, because I never want to be around smokers because they're drug addicts. So focus on understanding that what's important is make sure that you're going and delivering a better content for yourself. So when you're doing that, you're focusing on yourself, and you're focusing on your time, and you're focusing on the individual you are, and then you're making sure either way to be away from drug addicts and be away from the casino, unless you're somebody doing a music event over there or a public speaking event. So be around doing public speaking events and live events now, charging people for what you are. Because everything else is for free. So every single day, if it's a physical kind of work in the planet, make sure you understand that in a 9-to-5 job, you need to find yourself a nice, beautiful way to say that no matter what, that you're going to go and do something smart around communication, because communicational work today is the best kind of work. And now if you understand how to use your words, go and use those jobs. Go and do those jobs where you're using your words more than cleaning the wall, man. Who gives a fuck about the wall? Guess what? Every single day, focus upon understanding that what you need to do is never clean toilets, and never fucking do construction out there, and never fucking do anything about the outside world physically. Go and fucking sit in an office somewhere and go and fucking do some sales, and make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand how to communicate with people, and then that way you're going to understand how to do anything you ever want. But be someone of a consultant or a social worker or psychology or any type of, let's say, communicational work in the planet, where you can go and make some quick money and then fuck them off, and never ever be studying the university out there or colleges to be something much more. So what you do is make sure you understand that you never need psychology and a university degree or master's degree to make yourself successful, because they limit you to a certain amount of money, and that's it. A master's degree today gets you $100,000 per year, and that's it. That's it. You guys are understanding that. Now, every single day, you must understand that no matter what, that anything that's a diploma today, diplomas may get up to 60 grand per year, and that's it. Now, you must understand that people have to go study for that, and then guess what? They get themselves $200,000 in debt to be able to have a career for themselves in a 9-to-5 job. You guys want a career in a 9-to-5 job? Forget that. Guess what? A 9-to-5 job is just a phase. You just jump in really quickly, and then guess what? You make some money and get the fuck out. That's how it is, man. So every single day, you never ever fucking work a 9-to-5 job all your life, man. I understand. So make sure you understand how to communicate. So that's what I'm saying. I'll go busking. I improve my communicational skills at busking, and I improve my communicational skills online, and I do some fashion modeling. I do some nice, beautiful resume. I mean, look at my Instagram. I mean, look at my YouTube account. I mean, that's my resume, man. I mean, that's my resume. I mean, that's a real resume job. I mean, what do you believe a resume is at the 9-to-5 job? I mean, do you believe it's some fucking words on some fucking paper? Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, words are amazing, but guess what? I mean, look at my resume. I mean, what the fuck is much better to you? I mean, is it fucking a resume that's a Instagram and social media, like YouTube and Instagram, such as mine? I mean, is that a greater resume, or is it a fucking paper that says that you fucking were working at these places? I mean, what the fuck is better for you, man? I mean, of course, fucking having 10,000 photos of yourself on Instagram is much better of a resume to show people, and fucking over 10,000 hours of videos on YouTube of a fucking resume for your life. So you understand that's a better resume than a fucking paper that has one fucking page of fucking words on it. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's the fucking new way, isn't it? I mean, today, the new way is making sure they understand that the new resume today in a 9-to-5 job and the world, to get yourself public speaking events and to get yourself events around the world, is making sure you have a great Instagram, and it's also making sure you have a great YouTube account. I mean, if you have all this nice, beautiful knowledge that you're giving online, and you have this nice, beautiful reputation of photos about yourself, and you look great, I mean, guess what? I mean, people are much more likely to give you events around the world, and you're much more likely to be successful like this. I mean, why? Because you're communicating. I realize because you're communicating every single day to be a greatness in your life, because you look great. I mean, you have all the nice, beautiful money of the world. I mean, you have all the fucking clothes that you ever need. I mean, you have everything you ever need. I mean, in a sense, every single day you're focusing upon understanding on how to really lift yourself and your life every single day to go and be the best version of yourself, because that's what it is about. I mean, it's never about a paper at a 9-to-5 job where they look at, say, I mean, they're looking at your freaking references over there, and they look at your freaking paper and say, oh, I mean, you were working at the forklift driving in 2005, and in 2006 you went to bartending, and I mean, fuck that shit off, man. I mean, guess what? I mean, say, what is your resume now? I mean, my resume is my Instagram and my YouTube. And now they may say either way. They may say, that's no resume, man. I mean, they may say to you that is no resume, that in terms of YouTube account and social media is no resume for you. Understand? Because they consider a fucking paper that's on, I mean, that has just fucking words without your image on it, a fucking resume. Understand? So what you do is realize they're fucking lying, and they're also just being everybody else. So what you need to realize is every single day, focus upon understanding that you have to go and deliver your content every single day. I mean, you have to be making sure that no matter what, you're going to live your life. I mean, make sure every single day you're going to do something much better for yourself. So you're understanding how to grow yourself. And you're making sure every single day you're going to do something much better for yourself. And then we're going to understand how to really, really do everything that we need to do daily so we can be successful. I mean, so that's what you have to do. I mean, focus on going and doing your content. I mean, go and do your content somewhere around away from people and away from cars and everything. So every single day I had to move, but either way you guys can understand the cars around here. I understand every single day you must understand that it's Brisbane City, so there's a lot of cars around here. I mean, make sure you understand every single day I'm just focusing on doing my content, but make sure you understand that now, since you understand every single day that you must be doing better. I mean, make sure you understand that over there I have a nice beautiful branding photo session over here. I understand that I can go and brand myself over there, and I can go and do some photos. But I understand either way that what's important is make sure that every single day you go to the toilet and go to look at your face before you actually go somewhere. I mean, in a sense, so when you wake up, I mean, in the first 5 minutes, I mean, look at your face in the mirror and see, do you have to shave? I mean, see, do you have to do your eyebrows? I mean, see, do you have to groom any place? I mean, in a sense, so I'm always brushing my teeth. I'm making sure I'm always looking the great I can. I'm looking to understand that I want to be as great as I can. So I understand when I look at, I realize when I look great, I understand I want to look the greatest feel. I want to be understanding that I look great all the time. In a sense, so every single day I'm focusing on understanding that I want to show my teeth to the planet. In a sense, so I understand my teeth. I understand they have a nice beautiful bending of my teeth. I understand. I mean, my teeth have a bending. I understand, but why is that? Because that's just the way my teeth grew, man. I mean, you must understand that's the way it is. I never fucking done that. I want my teeth to look better than that. I mean, in a sense, so either way, I understand that teeth are going to fall off. I mean, teeth are going to fall off eventually. So eventually I get those nice beautiful screw jaws. I get the screw job. I mean, so guess what? I get a tooth and I fucking screw it in. I mean, it's so fucking simple, and it fucking makes my teeth straight, and that's it. I mean, either way, I'm going to have straight teeth eventually, and that's it. I mean, you must understand that every single day, you must understand that sometimes your tooth just fucking grows one way, and that's it, man. I mean, you understand? I mean, never ever make fun of people for that. I mean, I'm looking great. I'm feeling great. So the main thing is that I feel great, and I feel much more worthy of my attention every single day. So what I do now is understand that nobody's coming for a rescue in your life except you. So make sure you understand that. And make sure you understand that you have to be growing people. And make sure you understand that you have to be going and doing much more work today in communicational work and everything today. So make sure you understand that you have to have a 24/7 job that you can do. I mean, be doing something 24/7. I mean, be growing yourself 24/7 and doing more communicational work. I mean, how else can you become a star at something? I mean, I have to do more public speaking and more communicational words like this on YouTube to become a star at something. I understand? So I have to do more music. I have to make more music to become a star in music as well. So you must understand that it's a skill. I mean, you have to sing more in front of people. I mean, you have to sing on a video much more to become a star on a video. I understand? So no matter what, you have to go and increase your talents. I mean, you have to go and really, really do something that you've never done before, because that's how you succeed. I mean, you succeed through different ways of strategizing something and every single day focusing, sometimes standing up and just pausing your video and just going somewhere else to do a video. I mean, and so that is something that I do also. So every single day focus on understanding. I'm always giving you the most ideas I can, and then when I have a nice beautiful branding photo shoot over there somewhere, I mean, I make sure I understand that either way that I make it worth it, because today I understand it's a Sunday. I just went to Centrelink because I have to change my address anyway. I mean, when you understand that when you go into the government place or in Australia or anywhere around the world and you change your address, I mean, you have to understand you have to go to the government. I mean, you have to understand either way that I realize today it's a Sunday. So they're open on Monday till Friday. I understand? So either way, I make sure I do a nice beautiful video here since I'm already here. I understand I gave $7 to the Uber driver to get me somewhere. So either way, I just go to my branding session as well and I make it worthwhile. I mean, I make my $7 worthwhile to get here. I mean, I never fucking come here to drive 3-4 kilometers away from where I am in terms of my accommodation to get to fucking Centrelink for it to be unopened and for me to have to come back on another day. I mean, all I fucking do is I shape shift that $7 goes into a 1 hour video and I teach you something for 1 hour and then I fucking go and do a branding photo over there. I understand? I go do some branding photos and then $7 is made back already. I made back the $7 in this video already. But then extra, I'll go do some nice beautiful branding photos of myself as well, because I want to make that $7 back. So never lose money is the way you have to go about it. Approaching every single day, you must understand that what's important every single day is most people have a poor attitude about life. And now, those people over there, approaching in terms of your life and everywhere around the world, most people have a poor attitude and they believe they're richer than people who have a great attitude. I mean, so focus upon understanding that what's amazing is poor people believe that, I mean, guess what I mean? You must understand that what's amazing is you must be rich. But poor people have a feeling that they feel richer and that they are looking better and more successful than people who are looking rich and who have richer habits. So poor people are liars. I mean, they're liars and cheats. So poor attitudes believe they have better attitudes than great attitudes. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day focus on understanding that when I look at drug addicts and they believe they're fucking all that, and they have a fucking poor attitude about life, and they look at me and I have a rich attitude, I understand they're fucking lying to me. And they're fucking lying to me because they never want my business card. Understand? I mean, a poor attitude never fucking wants a rich attitude's business card. I mean, fuck off. I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that you're never fucking fooling me, mate. I mean, so every single day, focus upon understanding that what's amazing every single day is understanding how to grow yourself. So when you're growing yourself differently, I mean, make sure you understand that most people in the world have a poor attitude about life. I mean, that's it. I mean, I have a rich attitude every single day, and that's why I'm always becoming richer, regardless of the 9 to 5. I mean, I'm just stepping up in the 9 to 5 just really quickly, just to get some money and getting the fuck out, because I never ever want to work on 9 to 5 all day long, and I never want to fucking work a 9 to 5 job all my life. I understand? So, government jobs in terms of all these nice, beautiful, let's say, studying events where you can go to colleges and all this, and they put you in debt. I understand? I mean, they put you in debt, and they make you work a 9 to 5 job even longer. I understand? So, never put yourself in debt. I mean, never put yourself in debt for anything. I mean, they say you need some depth to make real estate, man. I mean, you never need depth in the first place. I mean, you never need depth in your life. I mean, what you do is understand that you just need to be in a surplus. I mean, if you can be in a surplus about everything, I mean, then realize this. I mean, then you can get real estate and everything. I mean, as long as you're in a surplus about everything, I promise you that's the whole deal. I mean, how do you make $5 million back? I mean, do a 1 hour video. I mean, do a 1 hour video about what mistakes you made in that nice beautiful money range and how you're going to make it back. Understand? Or that's it. I mean, make sure you understand to teach people how you fucking lost that money in the first place, so that people fucking never ever do that ever again. I mean, do you understand? I mean, Donald Trump is fucking already, let's say, $16 million or something in debt. I mean, so either way, he's already in debt, that guy. I mean, so what you need to do is realize that he has to fucking make a video. I make a fucking video telling people how the fuck did you get yourself into debt and how the fuck do you plan to get yourself back up. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you just create that nice, beautiful video and understand to fucking teach people to never make those fucking mistakes, I promise you already fucking made that $60 million back. I mean, in a sense, so if you want to make your fucking money back, I mean, go and make a 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour or 4 hour video explaining the story about your mistakes and how did you improve. And that's it. I mean, make sure you understand to never ever go do anything else but make your money back through life coaching and through making sure that you're doing your days the best. So what you need to do is communicate more. I mean, communicate more if you want to make your money back, and that's it. Watch, there's always a way to make your money back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But we're making a profit. I mean, you know, you must understand. I made my money back in this video, but I'm making a profit from this video already. I mean, as soon as you start a video and you put your face on it for 1 hour, I promise you made all the money in the world in that. I mean, in a sense, so what's important is making sure that you can go and understand that 9 to 5 jobs today, 9 to 5 jobs require some stupid of qualification to tell you that that you're already qualifying yourself for that. So understand that if I want to be a fucking doctor, I can fucking be a doctor right now. I mean, why do I need a qualification for that? Understand? I mean, I'm already a fucking doctor, man. I'm already a life coach. I'm a doctor for something. I'm a doctor on how to become a vegan. I'm a doctor on how to look good. I'm a doctor for how to, baby. Understand? I'm a doctor for everything. I'm a doctor for medicine as well. I mean, they may say that you need a fucking qualification. I mean, fucking nobody needs a qualification in this lifetime because all you fucking need is your life, and that's it. I mean, all you fucking need is your life. I mean, you're fucking in this life already. I mean, you already have a qualification. Understand? So realize that they're all fucking bullshit about qualifications and for certain jobs and skills. Understand? I mean, I was working a 9 to 5 job. I just have to sneeze. I understand every single day that is what you do also. Is pause out your video so that you can sneeze. And now I was working on a 9 to 5 job where I was a bartender and a waiter, and they're fucking making me clean all this shit. I mean, they're cleaning. I mean, I was cleaning toilets. I was fucking taking drinks out. I mean, they're saying that you have to learn all the fucking foods for you to level up. I mean, fuck off. I understand. I mean, guess what? I mean, yes, I have to learn all the fucking foods. I understand. But what's amazing is to understand that I'm much smarter than that. I mean, I'm much smarter. Understanding that I'm better than a waiter, I'm better than bartending, I'm better than cleaning floors. But what they make you do is they try to make you learn all the dishes in 5 years, man. I mean, you understand? I mean, 5 years of time to learn the dishes, man. I mean, guess what? I mean, learn it quickly. But what's amazing is understanding that the sooner you learn it, the better for you. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is realize that it's all on you and how much are you learning every single day. So focus on understanding that you never want to be a waiter all your life. I mean, you never want to be a 9 to 5 job all your life. So anyway, you have to leave anyway. So what happens is they keep you fucking down as long as you want to be in a 9 to 5 job. That's it. There's always going to be a fucking somebody much better than you in a 9 to 5 job. I mean, in a sense, so what happens is a doctor may fucking be at the top of the fucking ladder up there. Some fucking other CEO of the company comes over here and says, this fucking doctor, I mean, fuck off. I mean, who the fuck is this doctor? I'm fucking 10 fucking PhDs. I mean, this guy's fucking got 1 PhD. Understand? I mean, somebody's always fucking on top of the game. I mean, somebody's always going to fucking come in a 9 to 5 job and tell you that they're fucking greater than you in that fucking 9 to 5 job. Understand? So what you do is say, hey, I have over 10,000 hours of videos, you motherfucker. Understand? I mean, go and check out my YouTube channel. I mean, how many hours of videos do you have on YouTube, mate? Understand? I mean, I have a social media, man. I mean, come and check it out. Understand? So nobody can fuck with you. So when you go and let's say you go to the Nice Beautiful 9 to 5, I mean, what do? I mean, you go and give all your business cards right away so that everybody can understand you. I mean, that's it. I want them to hate you. I want them to hate you at the 9 to 5, man. I want you to be the star. I want them to ask you, well, I mean, what are you doing today, Danny? Or whatever your name is, in terms of whoever's watching me now. I mean, I want you to say, I'm doing a life coaching video from this point on. I mean, after this, I'm making sure I'm just going to go somewhere and do a life coaching video, some branding photos. I'm going to have sex with myself in a way that I'm going to grow. And then either way, I'm going to make sure that no matter what, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go to this place to do a Nice Beautiful event because I have a public speaking event and I have a life coaching event over here and a Nice Beautiful music event over here. And I'm singing a concert with Beyonce after this. Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, either way, you must understand no matter what, I mean, they're going to be fucking jealous of you, aren't they? I mean, every single day, that's it. I mean, that's it. I mean, make your fucking name heard. And every single day, focus upon understanding that no matter what, I swear, but I love to swear, aren't I? I mean, every single day, you must understand to love to swear and to love to do everything because anything that you hate has power over you. So make sure you understand that no matter what, we're going to boost our communicational skills and we're going to talk better and then we're going to feel better and we're going to make sure that no matter what, that everybody can hear our name and then we're going to grow, baby. Because I understand that no matter what, the 9 to 5 job is something that you just go really quickly into to get the money and run out. I mean, and that's it. I mean, the 9 to 5 job, I mean, they are going to eventually kick you out. I mean, they're eventually going to tell you goodbye because somebody else is younger than you now. I mean, somebody else is working for the same amount of money than you, and they're younger, man. I mean, you are 70 years of age, and they are 14, man, and they're working for the same dole as you, man. I mean, of course they're going to get the 14 because guess what? I mean, the 14 or 20-year young individual is much better looking in terms of age than you to do the job. I understand? So they rather fucking suck your ass to have somebody much more security in their company. I understand? So they're going to replace you. So what you do is eventually you must understand that. I mean, what you understand is a government job is eventually going to pass you by as well. I mean, what are you going to do after a fucking 9-to-5 job? I mean, you're going to retire? I mean, you're going to be a nobody after a 9-to-5 job? I mean, guess what happens to people who are 9-to-5 jobbers? I mean, people who work in a 9-to-5 job have less than $1 million in their bank account after retirement. Understand? I mean, what is after retirement to you? I mean, guess what? I mean, when a rugby star or soccer sports star fucking finishes their sporting career, I mean, at 45 or something, I mean, guess what? I mean, they're fucking gone. I mean, where are they anymore? I mean, they're fucking gone, mate. Understand? I mean, nobody fucking sees them anymore. Understand? I mean, where the fuck is the legacy? I mean, where is the fucking top fame anymore? I mean, they have no more fucking fame anymore. Because why? Because they have no fucking YouTube channel. Or else they have no fucking social media. Understand? I mean, they're fucking soccer stars, aren't they? On television, man. I mean, they score fucking 1 goal per month. I understand every single day. I understand fucking how good of a soccer star they are, man. I understand, I mean, they want to play soccer. I mean, every single day, you must understand that my career, and my YouTube career, and my Instagram career is for the fucking next 72 years, mate. And more. I mean, I'll fucking be playing these videos online, and I'll be doing my Instagram still. I mean, I have a career all the time online. I always have a business. I understand, so I have much more to say. I have much more to do every single day. So what I do is understand I have to go and be much better all the time with what I do, and I have to make sure that no matter what, I have a career. So I understand that after a 9-to-5 job, I mean, what do you plan to do after that? I mean, do you have a plan to do? I mean, do you have a plan for that? I'm already doing these videos, man, after a 9-to-5 job. I'm already fucking doing my Instagram around the 9-to-5 job. I'm making events after your 9-to-5 job. Understand? I mean, after the retirement, I mean, after you work a 9-to-5 job and you work for 50 years on a 9-to-5 job, I mean, you're going to have less than $1 million in your bank account. I'm going to have more money in my bank account. Understand? Than $1 million. Understand? So what's going to happen is, what are you doing after the 9-to-5 job? I mean, what are you going to be doing? I mean, what is the plan? Understand? I mean, what? I mean, is it social media now? When you're 100 years of age? I mean, is it going to be social media from that point? Understand? I mean, why don't you do social media now? I mean, do it fucking now. Why are you doing a 9-to-5 job? And then eventually, after a 9-to-5 job, I mean, you're just going to go online and work online like I am today. Understand? So that's what I'm doing. And then guess what? I mean, from that point, I mean, you must understand that most people fucking work a 9-to-5 job for 45 years or some shit. And then guess what? I mean, they fucking retire at 60 or 70 or 80 and fucking get a pension from the government. I mean, they're fucking nobodies from this point. So what you do is never fucking rely on the pension and never fucking rely on government handouts. Because, I mean, it's going to fucking make you, it's going to make you a nobody. Because guess what? I mean, I understand that how it is to grab a government handout and go and travel around the fucking Australia doing it. Understand? I've been fucking doing it for 1.5 years now. Understand? I went fucking with whatever money that they were giving me. I mean, you must understand that they were giving me fucking certain amount of money every fucking fortnight. I fucking grabbed that money. I mean, it's from around, let's say, $420 to $1,200. They'll give me a fortnight. I mean, it's in between here. Over fucking 1 year and 6 months. And guess what? I mean, you must understand that sometimes I went homeless twice. I went homeless twice. I mean, one time was because of a fucking money decision. I mean, the other time was because of a fucking date. I fucking went and I did book another day to do the accommodation, and I came on the fucking day and they had no accommodation for me. Understand? Because guess what? I mean, either way, I fucking went into Newcastle and I fucking slept on the floor over there. Understand? So you must understand that other decisions. I mean, I slept 2 nights in the fucking car because I left my biological dad's house. Understand? So that's different. I mean, you understand? All different scenarios, but 4 times homeless on the street. Understand? And 2 times in a car. I mean, that's it. I mean, you must understand either way. I've been homeless. I understand how it is. I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that now. I understand that what's important is making sure that you have a plan to succeed. I mean, Brian Tracy says that while you're working on a 9-to-5 job, I mean, fucking put your head down and fucking work and never talk to anybody else. Because they never fucking care about your legacy, man. I mean, they never care about your legacy. I mean, they never care to grow you. I mean, they care to waste your time at the 9-to-5. I mean, forget about him and Jesus Christ in terms of Brian Tracy, and Jesus Christ also is saying, hey, never talk to other people, but talk to yourself and make a great legacy. Understand? Now, if you understand, Jesus Christ says, make sure you're growing everybody, but make sure you're talking to yourself and head down in a way that you're growing in a way that you're going to love your life. I mean, you must understand that Brian Tracy says, eventually, approaching Brian Tracy is the one who says, head down and never talk to other people while you're working on a 9-to-5 job. I value that. I value Jesus Christ says the same thing. I understand, because I understand Jesus Christ understands that we have to grow as humanity and our legacy, to understand that there's no time to talk. I mean, there's no time to talk with other people at a 9-to-5 job. Because why? I realize because they're never in it for you. I mean, they're never in it for your legacy. I mean, they're never in it to walk your shoes. So there's no time to talk to them. Because do you plan on being their friend and holding their hand at 100 years of age when they turn 100 years of age? I mean, who cares about them? I mean, let's say me and you are colleagues at a 9-to-5 job. I mean, I have no time to talk to you, man. I mean, you turn 100, I have no time to be with you in your life. I understand? I mean, do you have money to give me? I mean, if you have money to give me, and then I can be with you. I understand? Whereas now, if people are never giving you money, I mean, never be with them. I mean, if they're giving you nothing in return, I mean, fuck them off. I mean, understand? I give people everything in my life. I give them everything. I mean, what? I mean, you want $2, I'll give you a business card. I mean, here, I chuck it on the floor and get it for yourself. I mean, if you want something of money, I mean, come and get it. I understand. I mean, they look at the poor attitude. I mean, that's never a poor attitude when you're throwing and giving them a business card. I mean, throw it on the floor. I mean, get it right now. I mean, go and pick it up. Pick up my business card, because that's going to help you. I understand how it looks. I realize when I throw my business card at you in a way that it goes on the floor and you look at it, I mean, pick it up. I understand, because guess what? I mean, that way you're going to understand what that is. I understand? I mean, pick it up. I mean, because that way you're going to understand knowledge. I mean, every single day, focus on saying that is what I'm talking about. So what I talk about all day long is what I am. So every single day when I focus on growing myself all day long, I make sure every single day I have something to do. I'm making sure I'm planning my life. I'm actually never retiring in my life. I'm never going to retire, but I'm making sure I'm cruising this life. I'm cruising this life in a way that I understand I'm going to be successful regardless of the people around me. And then I understand every single day I always have a plan. I'm planning my life on video every single day. I'm every single day planning my life on video. I'm strategizing, I'm preparing for a better life, and that's it. I mean, all you have to do every single day is summarize your videos in a way that other people can understand you exactly about what you're saying every single day, and then we're going to focus upon understanding to make more videos and connect it together, and then people are going to have fucking one ultimate course about you every single day, and that's why I'm saying give your story. I mean, give your story every single day and make sure every single day that you're much more successful than yesterday, but make sure you understand that people retire, and people retire in sports, and then they fucking do nothing. And then people retire in my 9-to-5 job and they fucking do nothing, and they're on the government handouts and they retire as well. Understand? And guess what? I mean, they fucking do nothing. Understand? I'm doing something when I fucking get money from somebody. I'm fucking productive about everything I do. Understand? I'm learning right now about everything. So while I'm traveling Australia, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be able to understand to get somebody in terms of the government's money and other people's money to be able to travel the world. I understand? Because guess what? I mean, all the fucking people who are millionaires and billionaires are fucking going to the bank for the money. I understand? I mean, they go to the bank, I mean, they get the bank's money and then they put it into real estate. I mean, that's how they make money, man. I mean, it's the same thing as somebody who's at a government handout going to Centrelink or the government public house to get social security, because it's the same shit as going to the bank, man. I mean, understand? I mean, there's no shame about that. I mean, if you're going and asking for some money, I mean, you deserve it. I mean, understand? I mean, governments are giving you money today, and they're giving you a certain amount of money. I mean, they're giving you for free. But guess what? I mean, never just be on that amount of money, is what I'm saying. I mean, they may give you $1,000 a week. I mean, never just be $1,000 a week, man. I mean, make more than that. I mean, make more than that. I understand? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, never limit yourself to what you get in money. I mean, make sure you understand to go above and beyond. I mean, so realize that if real estate is giving you fucking $1 billion a day, I mean, never fucking just have $1 billion a day. I mean, have fucking $3 billion a day. I mean, have $4 billion a day. I mean, have fucking more than that. I mean, in the sense of what you do is learn more on how to get it. And that's it. I mean, if you understand how to become a millionaire, or if you understand how to become a millionaire and a billionaire, is how. I mean, make sure you understand, never retire, and make sure you learn how to grow. Approach now every single day, focus on understanding that you need a understanding of life, and never have a retirement plan, and make sure you understand that you never retire in the first place. And make sure you have just make sure you have a plan all your life to succeed more, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, because I understand that every single day I'm continuing my videos all the time, so just making sure that you're following me, and make sure every single day that you subscribe and make other people subscribing to my videos, because that way I'm going to help all of you. I'm going to help all of you to succeed, because that's what I do. I'm every single day successful more because I have a successful mindset. I'm making sure I have an understanding no matter what, that I'm going to live my life in the process, and just understand to be yourself, and understand why I'm saying all these videos. I'm saying it because it's a recap of summaries every single day to understand leadership, and understanding every single day how to be the greatest individual is what? I mean, you must understand it's you. I mean, you must understand every single day. You must grow people, or else you must understand how to really deliver, and then understand how to really go above and beyond about what you do, because that's how you succeed. I mean, you succeed in different ways. I mean, you succeed through making sure that you're going to be the best version of yourself every single day, and that's how you actually have the lifestyle. So make sure you understand that no matter what, you make sure you live it better, and then understand every single day you live the greatest life possible.